In last week's video, I said that tropical cocktails don't have to be made with rum. So today in this video, to prove that point, I'm going to be putting Dutch Barn's brand new raspberry vodka to the test. Can this work in tropical cocktails? I also want your help picking the best one. After you've watched all the cocktails in this video, I want you to dive down into the comments and simply type the number of your favourite drink that I've made. Now, before we dive into these recipes, don't forget I've got a free PDF ebook where I show you how to riff up 10 of my favourite cocktails. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you'll find the link in the description below or in the link in the pinned comment. So go and check that out. Now, I haven't got names for these cocktails. I've just literally numbered them up. So this is cocktail number 1. And the first ingredient is obviously our raspberry vodka. At the base of this, we're going for 45 ml of the Dutch Barn raspberry. And then to start to bring those tropical flavours through, I'm going for 15 ml of Giffard's apricot liqueur. And then to bump the flavours even more, we're going for Fran's yuzu liqueur. Just want 15 ml of that. 22.5 ml, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, and just 10 ml of sugar syrup. Strain that into an ice-filled highball. The smells already are absolutely incredible. And then, ladies and gents, we are going to top up with Ting. I haven't used this for ages, but I flipping love the stuff. This is grapefruit soda. So we're just going to top our highball up with that. And garnish, good old sprigs of mint and a lime wheel. God damn, that is absolutely delicious. The raspberry notes really do come through there. I tell you what shines through with that grapefruit is the yuzu, Fran's yuzu liqueur. Or curacao. That's really, really good. Not overly sweet. Some of you might want to bump that with like another 5-10 ml of sugar syrup, maybe. Always a balance adjust to your own personal taste. But for me, that's flipping delicious. Now, to make recipe number 2, we're back to the vodka as the base of this. So we want 45 ml of Dutch Barn's raspberry vodka. We're now bringing out the Chinola mango. Remember, this is just Dominican Republic rum blended with mangoes. Absolutely incredible. 22.5 ml of this. I do love those bittersweet kind of cocktails. And they are definitely tropical. Think the jungle bird. So I've just got Volts bitter here. For a lot of you guys, you're probably going to go Campari, but this is so much better. We want 10 ml of this. Now, I've also fallen in love with this stuff, Real's ginger syrup. This is so much better than any other ginger syrup that I've used. Just want about 15 ml of that. 10 ml of lime juice, and then 75 ml of cloudy apple juice. Strain into an ice-filled highball glass, then garnish this time with a sprig of mint and a purple apple from Frona. Oh my God, that is like a complete flavour explosion. First off, again, the raspberry vodka doesn't go missing. Then all at once, you get this mango hit, you get this ginger hit, and then you get the bitter, that just sort of the bitter, Volts bitter, that just kind of comes in the back there. Not overpowering. Whoa! Oh my God, that is tropical on steroids. That is so damn good. Why am I using Dutch Barn and why this raspberry flavour? Well, it is their brand new extension in their range. You can see behind my head that we're now up to 5 flavours in Dutch Barn. But the reason I love them so much, if you've been watching my content for a bit, you'll know that I've got a big passion for stuff that's been made from scratch here in the UK. And Dutch Barn is part of that. It's an apple vodka, distilled from apples. Now, I'm not saying it's an apple flavoured vodka, but the base vodka is very different to your typical vodkas. But the reason I love products like this Dutch Barn, instead of going down your typical sort of Absolute, JJ Whitley, Smirnoff, all those kind of things, is because it isn't synthetic flavours. It isn't, you know, bags of sugar being added. Everything in this bottle is completely natural and fruits that have been added to flavour up the vodkas. And it's straight out of the freezer. Is absolutely phenomenal. Real punching raspberry, not sweet at all. If you compare it to something like Absolute, and I've got a bottle of the pink JJ Whitley up there, it's not even remotely close on the sweetness scale. It's just a real good, punchy, raspberry flavoured vodka. I absolutely love it. I think the word I'd use is clean and crisp. There's nothing cloying that sticks to your teeth or anything like that. It's just a clean and crisp, delicious raspberry vodka. That's the best way I can describe it. And you know me, I love trying things out in a daiquiri. Yes, this isn't rum, this is raspberry vodka, but that is a beautiful raspberry daiquiri. Just vodka, 2:1/2 ratio, just vodka, lime juice, bit of sugar syrup in there. That is absolutely cracking. And it will also be a phenomenal like raspberry caipirinha. And then if you want a highball, my favourite way to drink it is ginger ale. It's just raspberry and ginger, kind of works anyway, but it's just fantastic. God damn, I could drink that all day. Just so easy. I've not even got any lime in there. It's just literally vodka and a ginger ale. It's so good. Now, none of those are tropical cocktails, but that wasn't the point of that little bit. The point was trying to describe how different it is to your typical vodkas. But will Smirnoff work in this? Yes. Will Absolute work? Will all those other flavours work? Yes, of course they would. The point of that was just to showcase how different Dutch Barn is compared to those other flavours. But what a great base it's going to be for these tropical cocktails. Right, recipe 3. I did kind of mention this at the top. It's the one I can't say, the Rasperoska. I think that's how you say it, Rasperoska. That makes more sense. I don't know where I was going earlier, but the Rasperoska, that makes more sense. Basically, a caipirinha at the base of this. So, you know, caipirinha is cachaça, lime, sugar. There you go. Caipiroska then takes that as a vodka as the base of that. Caipirisimo is the rum base, but vodka is Caipiroskas. So with the raspberry version, it's like a Rasperoska. All right, but I'm just going to riff this up ever so slightly. So first ingredient, we're going to take a lime, cut it in half, cut it in quarters, get rid of 1/4, and then we're just going to cube those 3/4 we've got there. And for my method, you always want to make sure you've got a toughened glass. If you haven't got one, make it straight in the shaker and decant it, but we're going to make this straight in the glass. So chuck your lime straight in there. Now in this cocktail, I'm going for a blend of 2 sugars. First off, we want 10 ml of honey syrup. Take a muddler and we're just going to muddle all those limes down to get all that lovely juice out, but all that flavour out the skin. And then my other sweeteners coming in the form of Real's pineapple syrup puree. We want 15 ml of that. Now we can go for our raspberry vodka and we just want 45 ml. I just want 5 drops of saline solution to round this all out. The toughened glass is so I can shake directly in the glass. Dump that straight back in. There's no real need for a garnish, but I'm going for some mint just for the photos. If any of you try to tell me that's not tropical, I'm going to fight you. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. The raspberry vodka punches through. You've got that beautiful balance of honey, pineapple, and you can't taste the saline at all, but I've tasted this without the saline, and the saline just elevates those flavours ever so slightly. Remember what I say about saline. One of my favourite use cases is the pina colada. It just really elevates pineapple and coconut flavours for me. That is a strong 15 out of 10. Remember, if you haven't done so already, you can get my free PDF ebook where I show you how to riff up 10 of my favourite cocktails. The link for that will be in the description below or in the pinned comments. Now, recipe 4, I might have slightly lost the plot with, but go with it. This is riffing up a colada. So the first ingredient, we're going for 45 ml of the Dutch Barn raspberry vodka. Then it's back to the Chinola, one of my favourite liqueurs at the moment. This is the passion fruit. Remember, this is just Dominican Republic rum with Dominican Republic passion fruits. 15 ml. And then because why wouldn't you use limoncello in a colada? This is local to me. This is the Vault guys. Same as the bitter. This is their incredible limoncello, going for 20 ml. 30 ml of the finest cream of coconut on the planet. And then 75 ml of pressed pineapple juice. Strain over a little bit of crushed ice. Crown with more crushed ice. Then garnish with a couple of pineapple fronds and a dried pineapple from Frona. That is 100% tropical. Oh my God. Raspberry, top note. Passion fruit comes under there as well. But then the whole colada thing starts to come in. But then you get this lovely, subtle, sort of boozy lemon that comes up there. It's not lemon juice. You can tell it's something different to lemon juice. I like that a lot. That is Pina Colada 3.0. That's really good. Don't forget, I still want your help choosing the favourites. So after the video's finished, I want you to dive into the comments and just simply type the number of your favourite cocktail. Right, so cocktail number 5, and the first ingredient we want for this one is 45 ml of the Dutch Barn raspberry vodka. Then next up, we want 15 ml of this absolutely luscious ginger liqueur from King's Ginger. 20 ml of the Real watermelon syrup. 20 ml of lime juice. And then 2 pipettes of Miss Better's sumac and kiwi bitters. Strain that over a little bit of crushed ice. Then I'm just going to add 75 ml of tropical ting. This is pineapple, mango and guava. Oh my, I missed this. This is really delicious. Crown with more crushed ice. Now I think this time we'll go back to the mint sprigs and a dried orange from Frona. Woo! That's like a flavour explosion in my mouth. God, there's so many different directions going on there. For all these cocktails, that raspberry is always the top note. It's a quality raspberry flavour. And then you've got that ginger that comes out, the watermelon that really comes through, but not overly sweet. You even get that subtle sumac flavour that really comes in there. The soda, I thought the soda might overpower that just slightly, but the soda's really in the background. That is absolutely phenomenal. If you're thinking, hang on, the chopping board's changed colour. I forgot to take my vinyl off, didn't I, for the photos? I'm having a little refurb here in a couple of months, so we'll get a brand new sort of chopping board. That'll be there soon. And then recipe number 6, your final cocktail of the video. We want 30 ml of Dutch Barn raspberry vodka. That's because I'm going to do a split base with 30 ml of Dutch Barn's black cherry vodka, 20 ml of Real's peach syrup, 15 ml of lime juice, 45 ml of pressed pineapple juice. And then for giggles, because I know fig works really well with raspberry, with cherry, with pineapple, I'm going for 2 dashes of these fig bitters from Miss Better's Bitters. Double strain into your favourite coupe or martini glass. Now I'm just going to crush up some Frona dried raspberries on top. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's so damn good. You've got those tropical flavours of the peach and the pineapple, and they come through there. You've got the raspberry that isn't actually the top note this time, but it still doesn't go missing. It's still there. I would say the cherry is the top note this time, that cherry vodka. But you do not lose that raspberry flavour. That is fantastic. Do I get those fig bitters? Very, very slightly. I'll tell you what I get more from those bitters is actually that little bit of fennel, that little bit of sort of anisey kind of flavour that comes through there. Is that tropical? I'm saying 100%. That is fantastic. So yeah, please help me out. Dive into the comments below. Let me know which one is your favourite out of these. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Or if you just prefer a daiquiri or a raspberry vodka and ginger, just write ginger and DAC. But I really want to know which one you would love to make.